Hello, Scorpio. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Morgan Greer Tarot, Supportive Oracle Cards, Energy Oracle Cards by Sandra Ann Taylor. If I can move my fingers out of the way. There we go. Good, good. Joy, joy. Okay. What is going on with this? Oh, you got the Devil card at the bottom. Okay, so the Devil card can go a few different ways. Sometimes it does say it's a Capricorn involved. That could be it for some of you. But the fact that it's at the bottom is kind of like, it makes me feel like something's going on here. I feel like this is the past. Because it's at the bottom and it feels like this is what this is like. When I feel a lot of times when we get to the bottom of the deck and there's something pulling from the bottom of the deck because I don't always use that card, it's kind of like saying there's a foundation here and this is where something started or this is what brought it into being. Something that wasn't good. And I feel like this is your past energy. When I'm feeling this Devil card, it doesn't make me feel bad, which I know may sound strange. But the reason it doesn't is like this is something you've completely detached yourself from. You got the Death card with the King of Wands. Don't get caught up in the gender, of course, with the King of Wands. But you've detached yourself. You actively said, you know what, that's bull. That is not helping me. It's not helping anybody. No, not doing that anymore. That was a bad situation. Done. Done. Just flat out done. You also have the Healer of the Ages here is telling me this is really, you made a really good move, because when I'm getting you detached from it, I don't want to play it down like it was easy, like you just said, oh, whatever, I'm done. It wasn't like that. It was kind of like, this is something you probably agonized over, had a hard time detaching yourself from, but when you finally stood up and said, no, no more of this, you broke ties with it. And that's where the healing actually began. It's not like life became perfect in 5 seconds, but you made a great move. It was not easy, because the Devil card that doesn't usually make things easy. That's not usually the walk in the park card, obviously. So it was a lot of work for you to do that, but you're like, for some of you, I feel like you disconnected from a person or some type of responsibility that was just really not, it was toxic for you. And it was hard. It was hard, and you did. Now, this card came out of the deck face down, so I don't even know what it is, but here's what's next. This is what comes... Oh, there's two of them. I don't know. They're both face down. What do we got? Carrying connections and all tied up. See, there's something you did disconnect yourself from, but I don't think it's a direct tie. Like, how do I put this? So if it was a toxic person, it's not the actual person you're all tied up with. It might be somebody connected with them. It's almost like if it was a romantic relationship, either they had other kids, or maybe you had kids with them, or you had friends, or maybe they had siblings that you're connected with them. There's some type of connection that lingers. It's very important to you. For some of you, maybe this is like you still work at the same place that they work at, and it's like there's still people that you're very positively connected with, but they're still tied to it as well. When I'm getting this way, this was face down, is kind of like you didn't think it was going to be a problem at the time. You're kind of like, no, I'll just deal with it. It's fine. It doesn't have to be an issue. It's going to be an issue. It's going to be an issue. All tied up, carrying connections. There's things here, people here. I feel like it's people. I really do. For some of you, it could be an animal or animals, but if it is, it's because you're one of the people that I can relate to this, that just like your heart goes to an animal and you're just so bonded with that animal that it's like when you have a pet, it's family, not a pet, it's a family member, you know what I mean? So it could be, if you're very heartfelt like that with animals. Going forward, these connections, they're not, just because you disconnected yourself from the bad piece, because it does feel like it was toxic. Whatever it was a toxic connection. It had to disconnect. It had to. Done. You're trying to balance out, like, cause you're like, I'm not getting rid of everything just because I got rid of that piece. It's kind of like, when somebody has cancer, you cut out the piece of the cancer. You don't have to ruin, it's not the end of the line. You just got to get rid of that. You're not throwing away like if you have cancer, I don't know. Like if you have cancer in your arm, I don't know why I'm saying that. You remove the cancer from your arm, you don't remove your whole arm. That's just how I'm looking at it, That's how I'm looking at it. Like, have cancer in your lungs, you get rid of that piece where there's the cancer. You don't get rid of your lungs, obviously. That's what I'm saying. I hope that makes sense. And but you're trying to work it out because you're kind of like, by working around this is quite a thing. Because you're like, can't reconnect to that toxic energy. And it's a toxic connection, whatever. You know what it is. I feel like if this reading is hitting, you understand what that is. So I don't need to go crazy with that. But you're like, yeah, no, not doing that. No. But I'm not going to give up everything else just because of that. That's out. Yeah, we're done with that. Yeah, but I'm not giving up everything because of that. And I've got a really strong sense of like, I'm not giving up everything just because I have to get away from that thing, that person. No, not giving up everything. And the yin yang is though there's some diplomacy. Diplomacy, you got to kind of work with it here. Kind of got to make things work out. You don't want to make it too stressful for other people. You're just trying to make it work in and out. You're trying to weave with it. You're trying to make it like a non-issue. And I'm doing this because it's an issue. But you don't want anybody else dealing with the stress of it. So you're just like smoothing it out and making it a non-issue. Like, I still want to do this. Kind of like it is an issue. But you don't want other people to take it as an issue. It's not their issue. It's not for them to handle. You're handling it. It's your situation. They need to just... Other people that you still care about that are connected, even if it's friends or family members or whatever it is, you're kind of like, listen... Don't worry about it. I got it under control. We're not even talking about it. It's fine. Everything is fine. Any issues, you're handling it. Keeping it to yourself is kind of what I'm feeling. Now, there's a weird energy here in the sense of like other people, they care about you. That's the thing. So they don't want to just leave it on you. Kind of like, they want to make it easier for you too. They want to do their part to make the whole situation kind of gel as best it can. They want to make it easier on you. You don't seem to want that though. You don't want them helping is what I'm getting. Just like, no, it's fine. I got it. Just, I'll handle it the way I want to handle it. Leave it alone. Yet they care about you. So they're like, well, no, I'd like to make it gel easier. And they probably aren't talking to you about it because you don't want to talk about it. Yet they're going out of their way to try to make it easier for you. You got the cornucopia here with the Eight of Wands, where they're going ahead and just doing things off the cuff. They're just randomly, it seems random. Yeah, it seems random to me where they're just trying to make things easier for you. Then they're just kind of doing things where they think, oh wait, no, let's move this. No, let's not do that there. Instead of doing this over there with them, let's move the location. Let's change the timing of this so that nobody has to, like, people who don't want to see each other don't have to see each other. We'll have the Scorpio come from this time to this time, and we'll have this other person come from this time to this time, so they don't have to see each other. Yeah, we'll do it that way. And they're moving things around just so, and trying to make it very convenient, making it also, again, with the non-issue. It's like, everybody's acting like it's a non-issue, and it's clearly an issue. I keep wanting to do that because it's like, it is an issue. Indecision also comes in here. The other side. This is about whatever you disconnected from, and I feel like for the majority of you, it's a person. Whatever that other side is aware that this is happening. You're handling it a certain way, but then other people are trying to help you. You don't want that, but that's what's happening is what I'm getting. And then this other energy is figuring it out. Like, people are they're taking it like they're looking to help you. And I don't know how that's going to go. It's not going to cause you problems. It's not going to cause you problems. There's kind of like this, whoever the other side is, whatever that is, they seem to understand that, like, you don't want to deal with them. You're done. And that's a final thing. And they seem to understand it. We'll just leave it at that. They understand it. They seem to also be moving out of the way. So they're making this process easier. They are. Motives, I don't know. It goes a lot of different directions. Some good, some not so good. I don't know. I feel like it might for a lot of them, could be per day. Not an issue for you. I don't think it's something you have to worry about. I don't think it's anything you're going to get involved with anyway. Who cares? As long as they're staying out of the way, who cares? That's kind of how I feel about it when I'm connecting to it. But they're kind of doing the right thing. I'm really weird. It feels like weird. Like some of them are doing the right thing to do the right thing. Others of them, they're just doing the right thing maybe for the wrong reason. It's a weird energy. It kind of flows. It doesn't matter. Let's not get caught up in it. They're doing the right thing. They're staying out of your way. Who cares? Because I don't think it matters at this point. Just kind of, they're doing what they need to do. That's the thing. Whatever. Strength is there with the indecision. They don't want to cause more problems. That seems to be the indecision. Instead of making a choice and like doing this or doing that, it's almost like on pause, but it might become a permanent pause. They're staying out of your way. The indecision is very interesting. It's almost like, when people, they don't know what to choose, so they don't choose anything and they just see what happens. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, I don't know if I want to go this way or that way down this road, so I'll just see what way the current takes me and I'll just go with it. It's kind of what they're doing. They're not really choosing, they're just seeing where the wind blows them. That's the indecision. I don't feel like they're making a choice. They're just kind of staying out of the way to see where things go. I hope that makes sense. Because when I see indecision, I'm feeling more lack of decision. And it's just kind of like defaulting out. And they're holding strong to that. Again, the reasoning behind it, I don't know. I don't know. It's a lot of different energies coming in with that. Some good, some not so good. Some there's a bit of a mix. I don't know why we keep going back to it. Because like if you're looking for an answer about where they stand and if they're coming from a good place or a not good place, in this situation I don't have an answer for you. I don't. The next phase though, this person or whatever it is, by holding back and staying out of the way, things seem to be built up around this quite well, and it seems to solidify. This is something you've already moved on from. This is something you're already done with. You're not going back. You're finished, done, just stay out of my way. I don't want anything to do with you, whatever it is. They hold back. They stay out of the way. It's almost like some of them are holding back just to see how things play out to make to decide their next move. But the people around you, and I think this is a big part of this reading, you're not asking for their help. You're not really interested in it. Don't negate them. Don't even your best move is to not acknowledge it. Those people, whoever is looking to help you, are helping this stay gone. They are fortifying it with the Ace of Pentacles, and they're blocking it permanently, is what I'm getting. They're making this other energy feel like they have to stay out of it, otherwise they're going to get the backlash for it. Because you're doing well, you're happy moving on, you're doing really good. So if they do anything, it's immediately going to make them the bad guy, and they don't want to do that. This energy around you, the people helping you, are stabilizing this. And I feel like when I'm getting the Eight of Swords, it's kind of like this other energy is kind of like locked away. It feels locked away. And the thing is, it's a trick card. They could get in the way again if they want to, but they're feeling more restraint here. Things go a lot better. I feel like this is really good. Let people around you do what they do. You don't have to acknowledge it. I feel like it's best if you don't acknowledge it. Just let it do what it's going to do. Energy just gets really easy. The stress goes way down, way down. Angel of Love is telling me things are going really well. Everybody seems to be happy with this outcome, including you. You've got the Sun card. Things are going great, perfect for you. Goddess of the Moon with the 7th chakra, though. Water signs. I'm a water sign, I'm a Pisces, just to be fair. But water signs tend to have those little inklings we have those little feelings and we're just like, something's a little something. Something's a little something here. You're aware of that energy. You're still aware of it. You're still aware of that person, or whatever that is. It still pops in your head once in a while, whether you want it to or not. There it goes once in a while. The moon card with the 7th chakra is kind of like, do I need to be concerned about that? That's what I'm feeling. The sun card is telling me, I don't, what you're seeing in front of you is like, let other people do what they're going to do. You don't have to acknowledge it. Just don't negate it. Don't negate it, that's all. You don't have to acknowledge it, just don't negate it. People around you are helping you. The more you let people around you help you, the more that situation literally is moving on. There's a lot of value in letting people help you. There's also a lot of value in this situation. Like, you don't, the less you acknowledge it, the better it goes for you. People want to help you and they're not getting in your way. This is one of those times where at least they're not getting in your way. So it's working out. The support around you, even though I'm getting, again, I feel like for a lot of you, you don't really want it. And that's fine. Just don't negate. Just don't negate it. Kind of ignore it. Also, with the Scorpio, you're going to know that certain people are kind of doing things to make it easier for you. You're going to pick up on these things. You're going to figure it out. You're going to figure it out. Just let it be. Let it be. You don't have to acknowledge it. Just don't negate it out. Just let it be. Because I'm feeling, for the majority of you anyway, you're going to figure it out. You're going to figure it out. Anything else? All right. I think we're good. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.